Hi everybody, this is Jonathan Scott of the Big Cat People talking to you from our home here in Nairobi, Kenya. Now we're excited to announce 8 new open edition fine art prints, and during this, well, from the 9th of November through to the end of the month, that's the 30th of November, so for 2.5 weeks, we're going to be offering a 15% discount on any sales of those 8 new prints. And there's some really cracking images there. Lions, and one that I absolutely love. It's one of Angie's wonderful pictures of a cheetah that I named Shakira. And Shakira in 2008 was the star of Big Cat Live, the BBC Animal Planet television series, which ran from 1996 for 12 years. Big Cat Diary, Big Cat Week, and finally Big Cat Live. And we were blessed that when we came down to film Big Cat Live in 2008, we had a cheetah mum who we already knew, who we'd followed with her large daughter in a previous Big Cat Week. And her daughter was called Duma. And when we came back in 2008, she had given birth to cubs very near to Governor's Camp, where we have a little stone cottage. And she had 6 cubs, and some people had called her Cheetah, Swahili for 6. But I just thought, you know, she's such a charismatic female, I'm going to call her something different. So I plumbed for Shakira. Well, by the time we started filming, she had lost one of those cubs, but they were definitely the stars of Big Cat Live. And Angie, who was the production stills photographer and one of our cheetah spotters, she followed Shakira with those cubs and took some wonderful, wonderful images, particularly with her big telephoto lens, so she could stay back a little bit and just get into the heart of what Shakira was doing, the intimacy between mother and cubs. And in this particular image, which is called Afternoon Playtime, I just love it because Shakira is looking out of the camera. You know, when I say out of the camera, she's looking out of the image, looking into the distance, as a cheetah mother will so often do, because her role at all times is to be vigilant, to be alert, and you can see it in her face. Those big eyes, I won't call them hazel brown eyes because of course it's a black and white picture, but it gives fantastic emotion and immediacy to the image. And so she's staring out into the distance, looking for danger, maybe looking for her next meal. And meanwhile, 2 of her 5 cubs are playing, one of them up on the left-hand side and one behind her. And you can see they're totally engaged with what they're doing. And so is Shakira. 2 different agendas. Playtime for the cubs, keep cool, don't get distracted, and be vigilant for the mum. And Angie has captured that moment. And the reason I love it is because none of the animals are looking towards the camera. They're all totally engaged in what they're doing. And so Angie, in a sense, has been able to get inside the world of the cheetah, to become part of this mother and cub morning. Actually, it was evening. That's why we've called it Afternoon Playtime. But it's an absolute classic. And you know, it's interesting because when I first came to the Mara, for me it was all about leopards. That was the creature I most wanted to see. And from time to time, I would see these elegant, athletic, sublime, graceful cats, the cheetahs, walking out in the open, relatively easy to see, unlike the leopard, which I was struggling to find, let alone photograph. And my main focus was on the marshlands, so I sort of took the cheetahs for granted. But in 2003, Angie and I did a book in the Big Cat Diary series. We did 3 books, Big Cat Diary, Lion, Leopard, and Cheetah. And so I asked if I could actually present the story of the cheetahs. I'd been doing the leopards, I'd been sharing lions with Simon King. But 2003 I said, why don't you let me do the cheetahs? Because then Angie and I can focus on their story for the Big Cat Diary cheetah book. And it gave me the chance to embed myself and Angie in the lives of these cats and to understand more about them, how specialized they are, how careful they have to be to avoid contact with larger, more numerous, more dangerous predators like the lions and hyenas. And interestingly, in many areas where there's thick bush, leopards are the most dangerous big cat for cheetahs. Sometimes you even see, and I can't say I've ever seen it myself, but I have a friend who did, a leopard that has dragged a cheetah up into a tree, having killed it, to feed on later. Anyway, back to Shakira. Wonderful image, afternoon playtime. And remember that from November the 9th until the end of the month, so November the 30th, we're launching 8 open edition. That means they're not limited edition, they're not signed, but they are very much our work, mainly Angie's. Beautifully printed on lovely paper, just desperate to find a home. And this particular one, Afternoon Playtime, Shakira and her cubs, to me, just says everything that you need to know about why big cats have been our obsession all these years. Okay, enough from me. Take care and see you again soon. All the best. Bye-bye.